Welcome to the Lesson 14 Project Help video. So in the project for Lesson 11, you found the quotients and remainders for two division problems. The result of division in each case involves the remainder written as a fraction over the divisor. Use r1 of x and a of x equals x plus 6, as well as r2 of x and b of x equals x plus 3 to divide r1 of x by a of x by r2 of x over b of x. First, what is the reciprocal of the divisor? Well, let's go ahead and write that division problem. So you got to go back to your lesson 11 to get your r1 of x and r2 of x. So r1 of x was 9 over x plus 6. Remember, these values are from the lesson 11 project help video. And we're dividing that, so I'm going to write a division sign here. Dividing it by r2 of x is a negative 19 over x plus 3. So that is my division problem when I go look back at lesson 11 and get r1 of x and r2 of x. So first we want to know what is the reciprocal of the divisor. So we want to know this is our divisor here because it's the one that comes after our division sign, or if you were to write this as an actual fraction, it'd be the one underneath the division. We want to know what the reciprocal is. So remember that the reciprocal is where we just flip it over. So our reciprocal of this is just going to be x plus 3 divided by a negative 19. That is our reciprocal. We just took the fraction and flipped it over. So what was on the top is now on the bottom. What was on the bottom is now on the top. So here is our reciprocal. So that is our answer to this question of what the reciprocal is. Refer to the previous question. Now rewrite the division as multiplication by the reciprocal and cancel any common factors. So remember that when you have division of a fraction, you can multiply by the reciprocal of the denominator. So that's what it's asking us to do. So we have that we had 9 over x plus 6 divided by negative 19 over x plus 3 is what we had in our previous question. So now if we rewrite this, we can rewrite this as we keep the first one the same. 9x plus 6, we change the sign, so instead of it being division, it's now multiplication. And we flip the last part, or we get our reciprocal, which is what we got in the last problem, to be x plus 3 over negative 19. So now we have this as a multiplication. So the next thing it says is after we rewrite it as division as multiplication by the reciprocal, and cancel any common factors. So there are no common factors here that we can cancel out. We don't have like an x plus 6 on the bottom and an x plus 6 on the top, or the 9 and 19 can't cancel out in any way. So we can't cancel anything. So the expression that's equivalent to the result in this step would just be our expression that we got. This would be our equivalent expression. Refer to your answer to the previous question. Multiply and simplify the result. Which expression is the quotient of r1 of x divided by a of x and r2 of x divided by b of x? So let's go ahead, refer to the last one, and rewrite. You got x plus 6 times 9 over x plus 6 times and x plus 3 over negative 19. So we want to actually multiply and simplify this result. So when you have two fractions multiplying, you multiply the tops together, you multiply the bottoms. So if I would be to multiply this, I would have 9 times the quantity x plus 3 divided by the quantity x plus 6 times a negative 19. So I'm going to go ahead and distribute on my top and distribute here on the bottom. So 9 times x, 9x, 9 times 3, 27. Then we have negative 19 times x, and then a 6 times negative 19 gives me a negative 114. And then we need to see, is there anything I can simplify? Well, I can't simplify this at all. There's no common factors or anything for me to simplify. So this is my simplified form. So that is the expression of the quotient of r1 of x divided by a of x and r2 of x divided by b of x. So that is my final answer. So that is it for your lesson 14 project help video. Hopefully this helps you out some. If you still have questions, remember to contact me and I will give you some more help.